Hi, my name is Karolien and the name of my brand is Kornelia Jewelry. Welcome to my studio. This video is the fourth part in a series about the lost wax jewelry making process, and it's all about the different types of wax you could use and about some tools. So let's start. First of all, there are two main categories of wax: carving wax and modeling wax. The carving wax is hard and you can saw, file, drill and so on in this wax to create your desired shape. It comes in different shapes and colors. You have it in tubes, for example, to cut out a piece to make a ring. Or you have sheets or a block, really a lot of options. The modeling wax is soft and mostly sticky. You can use your fingers to model this wax or use all kinds of sculpting tools and knives. It also comes in different shapes and colors. I like to work with this red wax because it is a little bit hard when it's cold, but you can warm it up by holding it in your hands, and after a while it is easy to sculpt and shape. In this category of soft wax I also put the wax wires. I use them to make small details or settings and stuff like that. There are also these thin sheets of wax. You can cut out in any shape or form. And this wax wire is used to make the sprues. If you know someone who works in the dental industry, ask if they have some leftover wax. Some of it is perfect to create wax models for your jewelry. Now you know the basics of what types of wax there are, so it is easier to understand what I mean when I go through the tools. First, I want to start with some tools for working with the hard wax only. These you shouldn't use with softer wax because it will be really hard to get the sticky wax off of your tools. For sawing, I use a twisted saw blade because it cuts easier through a thick piece of wax. For filing, I use some regular but very large and rough jeweler's files. You can easily brush out the wax with a brass brush. You could use fine wax files because I found out it's harder to clean the wax off of the regular jeweler's needle files. I have a set of these small wax files as well. You could also use some burrs that are specifically made to use with wax with your flex shaft or penning motor, whatever you want to call it. For making the surface smoother, you could use regular sandpaper, but it clogs up really quickly, and I found a tip from Kate Wolf a few years ago to use a kind of sand screen you could find in any hardware store. It is used for sanding drywall. You can use it over and over again because the wax falls through. Using a white china marker, you can cover your carving wax with it and then draw on the white surface to put down your design. And now some tools you could use for both carving wax and modeling wax. Knives, all kinds of knives. A set of wax carving tools. I have a whole set of those. All have different shapes, like a pointed end, a scooped one, a flat one, and so on. But the ones I use the most are these ones. These were the first ones I bought. I got them in a shop that had these tools as spatulas for someone who wants to make doll faces in clay. I also have an electric wax carving pen that you can set at different temperatures, so you can melt the wax a little bit when needed. I've seen some people making something like this, but I don't find that very useful. If you want to make something by yourself, you could just make your own tools. Take broken painting brushes and some broken burrs or whatever you can find. I made some tools with the tips from an old broken wax carving pen, and these worked fine. You can heat up the carving tools and knives by holding it above a candle, and it works quite the same as an electric wax carving pen. The last thing that can be super useful is a jeweler scale. When your wax model is ready, you can use it to calculate what the weight of your piece will be once it's casted. I just want to say again that this technique might look complicated, but it totally is not. You don't need that much to start. I started with this and didn't have more tools than this for over 2 years before getting more. There are so many other tools. The ones I showed in this video are just a selection. I probably will show you some more tools in upcoming tutorial videos or studio vlogs. So that was it for today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you want to find out more about how I design and make my jewelry. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.